Yes, we are live. Welcome back, my dear friends. This is episode number 108 on the Zero Point Healing Show. And today I have with me an amazing guest, and we are going to talk about anxiety and depression. I think it had been a very long time since we spoke on this topic in the show. So I'm really excited for this conversation. But before I go on to my guest, just a short intro about me and about Zero Point Healing. So, I am Vishnu Priya and I am certified in multiple different holistic healing modalities. I'm a holistic healing practitioner myself, and I would love to call myself a money consciousness facilitator. So, I personally love the topic of money in my personal work, and that's the kind of sessions and services that I provide to my clients in my personal business. But Zero Point Healing is a web directory that I have created for all holistic healing practitioners, for all holistic healing modalities. When I went through my journey, I got so much interested in all of these beautiful modalities. And today there is about 50 to 60 different modalities that is registered on the zeropointhealing.com, and so many different practitioners, facilitators, healers, instructors who had therapists who had been registered on zeropointhealing.com. It has now become this beautiful place that everyone can go and find different modalities, find different practitioners who can help us. And in my life, I personally found that at different times in my life, it had been different modalities, different practitioners who helped me to take that next step in my life. And every time I did a healing session, every time I got introduced to a new practitioner with a new modality, and I did the session, it helped me jump. It's like a huge leap that I could take in my personal life. So it felt like for me, a 1 year in my life felt like as if I've come 10 years because of all of these so many different holistic healing sessions that I went through in my life. And all of that had been my inspiration behind creating this kind of a platform. And this Zero Point Healing Show, I invite all of those beautiful practitioners registered on the directory to come up and show themselves to the world, tell their story and their beautiful healing tools that they are using to heal the clients. All right. So that's the short intro. And if you are a holistic healing practitioner yourself, I would love, love, love to have you on zeropointhealing.com. You can register for free. And if you're interested in one such interview with me, you can apply or you can contact me for that as well. If you are a client looking for any kind of solution for your life challenges, regardless of the area of your life, whether it is health, whether it is emotional, whether it is relationship, financial, career, whatever area of your life, it is so amazing how holistic healing has solutions to all kinds of life challenges that we might be going through. So I invite you to zeropointhealing.com. You can browse through different modalities, different tools, different practitioners, and find and discover your practitioner who would be able to help you pass through that challenge that you're facing in your life. All right. So, with that, I am moving on to my beautiful guest today. Welcome, Sherryl. Thank you so much for coming to my show. And please tell us a little bit about your exciting journey into this holistic healing world.
Well, hello, and thank you so much, Vishnu Priya. You know what? I'm just honored to be on your program. This is just so nice. I've learned so much already from you. Thank you so much for introducing yourself to me and having me on. Um, at the beginning stages of my journey, like everyone else, I was very young and I could hear things. I'm clairaudient, and I could hear things and I didn't really know what all that was. I mean, and back in the day, everything was suppressed. Everybody was afraid. You can't say that. You can't do this. You can't. Everything was can't. No, no, no. And none of my friends were involved or liked any of the things that I liked. So and you kind of had to keep it quiet. As time went on, I became more and more interested in the metaphysical things. I got interested in Reiki. That was the first thing I got involved in. I saw something, believe it or not, years ago on Star Trek, of all shows. It just blew me away. It was wonderful. It was an empath, and she could heal people. And all these aliens, of course, had abducted her and were just trying to watch her because she was a human, how she could do all of what she was doing and blah, blah, blah. And then Kirk and Spock showed up to save the damsel in distress. So they all watched what she could do. She could literally put her hands on someone, take all of what was going on with them into her system. Her face contorted. She looked ugly, and then she would release it, and she would pass out on the floor and pass out for Hollywood, for drama. So that was my first inkling of, wow, what is that? That is so cool. From there, it just kept snowballing. That was to get my attention. And then from there, it really took off. I remember once when I was just, I don't know, 18 years old, I was driving my car and I was getting off the highway. It was just a small little tiny car. And I remembered it was overheating. I pulled off the road where there was nobody around. And I got out of my car, and I grew up with a lot of boys, uncles and brother and cousins. So I got out of the car, I kind of knew what to do, lifted the hood, and I kept putting my hand on the valve so that it wouldn't burst. Well, I was impatient. I was 18, and you know how we are when we're young. I didn't want to wait. So I figured enough had released, opened the cap, steam everywhere, all over me, all over my clothes. And luckily, I turned my face so it didn't hit me in the face. But the very moment I did that, I heard this huge gasp from a crowd of people. And I'm like, what the heck was that? I'm all by myself. There was nobody around. It was my spirit team. That was my first inklings that things were not like everybody else. So it kind of took off from there. So from there, I went from Reiki, and I just kept reading more and more. One of my favorite authors is Ruth Montgomery. She was just amazing. She was with the Who's Who. She was a journalist in Washington. And they sent her out on this one interview, and she didn't want to do the interview. They wanted her to interview a psychic. She was like, well, this is back in the 40s and 50s. She didn't want to do that. They made her do it. She fell in love with the art. She became very best friends with Arthur Ford. And then from there, she just switched gears. She went completely over the top into holistic, wrote many books. He crossed over, and he continued to help her write books from the other side. So I just kept going from there. From there, it went to Melchizedek method, which is sacred geometries. From there, I went to quartz crystal singing bowls. I did meditations all over New England, from Vermont all the way down to the Cape. I was everywhere. Then I got into biofield tuning with tuning forks. And then all of these are certified. And then I became interested in clearing people. How do you clear someone of an entity, or clear their home, or even close down vortexes, portals, things like that. So I got involved in a lot of different modalities and healings. From there, I managed to bump into somebody that talked to me 3 years ago about the emotion code, body code. I'm telling you, my life changed after that. Everything shifted gears, because everything I have been using my whole life with all of the other modalities is in the emotion code, body code. I mean, you can clear people of spirits, entities, things like that. You can do so much healing work with both the emotion code and the body code, because they work hand in hand with each other. They really are like a glove. So it's just history at this point. I've just worked on so many people. I worked on a gentleman a few weeks ago, just in one area. And trapped emotions, just to make a point here, trapped emotions in the body are the number one cause. Glands, tissues, and all of the systems that are in the body to malfunction and not work at the vibration that they're supposed to be working at. We all have a frequency that we work with, and all of our organs and glands and tissues all vibrate at a specific frequency. So when we have trapped emotion in the body, it bumps everything out. because everything is so close in the body and touching, everything is bumped out. So the vibration is squeezed out and they don't work as well. That's what weakens the body. So I've just helped so many people. This gentleman had the ileocecal valve in his system was way off, was out of balance. He was in a lot of pain. And come to find out, he had 54 trapped emotions in that area of his body, which was consuming one of the tendons in his system. 54 trapped emotions. After we released the trapped emotions and then rebalanced the tendon, we went back in and rebalanced the ileocecal valve. He's great.
Wow, this is so amazing. And I'm so happy that you have already started the conversation about emotion code. So now let's get into the topic of today first, which is the anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
So tell us first about a little bit. You already spoke about trapped emotions, and I really love the way how you explained it, how it is just it becomes coagulating the systems, the organs, everything else in our body.
Mhm.
So first, let's discuss a little bit about the anxiety, depression, and how that is relating to the trapped emotions.
You know what? Anxiety, depression, any of the stuff that a person may go through, even physical things, fibromyalgia, arthritis, it's something that we experience in life that gets trapped or stuck in the body, and we can't process it, whatever it is, whether it's emotional or physical. So, anxiety, depression, things like that, something we experienced that we could not, PTSD, we could not process. So it's just junk energy that stays in the system. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is a chart from the emotion code. And these are the 60 trapped emotion or emotions, I should say, that can be trapped in your body. There's 60 of these. So we go in, as we connect with a person's subconscious and we find, what's the underlying cause for the anxiety? What's the underlying cause for depression in this system? When we go and use the body code, we're using this. There's two flow charts. This is the cover of the body code, and this is which we go in with a phone, or you can use your computer. This is just enlarged so people can see it. But if your subconscious sends us here, you're going to see it's going to shift. Your subconscious may send us there. And until we get to the root of whatever it is going on in that person's body. And then you can see there's writing there, a lot of writing. There's a lot of information that we can find about, what triggered that anxiety in their body, what triggered that depression, what's the underlying cause causing that. It's going to show us because we're going to connect using muscle testing like kinesiology. It's applied kinesiology. And we're using one step further magnets or your fingertips because they're polarized, and you can release three or four times using the governing meridian that's in the body. Now, this is what the governing meridian looks like. It's the full length of the spine, from the top of the crown to the bottom of the spine. But it actually starts right here. So it goes up over the top and then down the spine. But when we're doing something like this, when I'm doing a remote session on someone from anywhere across the planet, I have clients in France and Australia, Hong Kong, we use Zoom. It's much, much easier. You don't have to make an appointment. You don't even use devices if you don't want to. I mean, I work on clients without phones or without Zoom, set the appointment up and just do the work. That's quantum physics, moving energy from one place to another. So you don't really even need a device. So what we're doing is using the governing meridian when we use that meridian to release it. It's kind of like a Pac-Man. It sends that energy that we're setting the intention to find what that underlying cause was and release it. 2, 3, 4, release. And then we ask. And I use the rings, which is similar to the arms, like kinesiologists will use an arm. If it's a yes, it'll stay solid. If it's a no, it'll drop. I use the rings in this work. If it's a yes, we get a solid lock. If it's a no, it's weak and it just drops right through. So if I get a yes, once we're ready to go, I release it. Release, release, release. That's how we work with the emotion code, body code together. So it could be emotions we're working on, anxiety, depression. We find out what the underlying cause is, what triggered it, and then find it and release it.
Wow. How easily it is said, right? It's such an amazing thing. First step, it's like it goes into the root cause of things,
Yes.
and getting to the root of it. Now we are talking about solving the issue rather than solving the symptom. So
Yes,
then,
exactly.
yeah, once we get to that root cause, then comes the solution, which is so easy, right? We are just
So easy.
first it's discovering process. We do the use the muscle testing, which happens
Yes.
like that. And once
Yes.
we get to the root cause and we know that that's the root cause, we release it so quickly again, like that. And it's
Yep.
like, there it is. So that's
There
what
it
I
is.
really love about emotion code, body code. A 1 hour session that we are doing is like, we cannot achieve that result even with maybe 10 years of medication or whatever.
Right, 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 right. Exactly, exactly. And when I'm using, this tool, we are the tool. The human being is the tool. We don't really need the magnets, but magnets are very powerful carriers of intention. So I use the magnets just in the beginning stage to show people how this all works. And then I explain to them your fingertips are magnetized and polarized. You don't need a magnet. Just do this, this. Or if I'm doing a lecture and I'm standing at a podium with someone, I will use my fingertips or the magnet, the full length of the governing meridian when we find what we're releasing, instead of just doing this, 2, 3, 4. You follow?
Mhm.
So it's
Yes.
just amazing. And you know what? I teach my clients, even when I do my live Facebook shows, I do free live segments on Sundays at 3 p.m. So people can come in and sample something for free if they want, just so they can experience emotion code, body code, and I'll work on them. And what we do with that is the same thing. Just show them through experience what's going on with your system. And I tell them, pay attention to symptoms. It's important. Your body is communicating to you. It doesn't have vocal cords. It's not like it can say, hey, stop doing that. You're hurting me. So it's a symptom it's going to show us. And I tell my clients that symptom we can work with. Don't cover it up with a Band-Aid, like go to the store and take an Advil or take an aspirin or something, or worse, or something stronger. Let us work with you. Symptoms are there for a reason.
Beautiful. Looks like you got stuck. Can you hear me, Cheryl? All right. I'm hoping she will be back anytime. Let's see. We are back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened, honey?
I have no clue. I think it was just an interruption. So I quickly shifted and changed, and here we are back. All right. So let's
Okay, good.
directly get into the demo that you would love to show us all. We are
Yes.
all excited how this thing is going
Okay.
to look like.
Awesome. Yes. All right. All right. So let's see. What I'm going to do is, or what I would like to do on you is, let me just pull that out again. I'm going to take some information off of the body evaluation that I do on anybody and everybody. Everybody gets a free one with any purchased session. I will actually do a full body evaluation. Now, for some strange reason, I put it down and I have lost it. Here it is. All right. So I'm going to give you a list. You tell me what you would like me to check. I can check your immune system percent, see if it's at 100%. I can test your brain percent, see if the messages are reaching organs and glands. I can test the heart percent. of messages reaching body tissues, but I can also check 23 organs. I can ask, I can go right down the list and see which ones are imbalanced. I can check your chakras and I can test your pH balance. How about if we test 23 of your organs and see what's going on there? See if we find any that are out of whack.
That's exactly what I was about to say as well. So let's go for it.
All right, great minds think alike. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to tune into your subconscious lovingly, and I'm going to ask Divine Source Council just for a moment, Divine Source Council to come through lovingly from the higher realms, upper heavens of love and light frequencies through my heart center to my higher self, subconscious, to Vishnu Priya, subconscious. And I'm going to ask lovingly to connect to her subconscious right now. Connected to Vishnu. Okay, lovingly, I'm Sherryl, I'm Sherryl, I'm Sherryl, I'm Vishnu. I am you now. So my ego is gone. It just stepped out. And that is what I like to show people as an example that I do visual aids when I'm doing the free segment on Sundays. This is the conscious mind. This is the subconscious mind. It's just a simulation, but it's huge. We use less than 1/10 of the mind, but this is what's connected to universal intelligence, divine source, God, whatever you want to call it, creator. That's where the information comes from to the subconscious, to us. So once I'm connected to my client or an animal, as I work on animals, we're one being. I'm no longer Sherryl that stepped out. So I'm going to get all the information directly from your subconscious. So as we begin, I'm going to ask lovingly, as I use my highest intuition for proficient muscle testing, let's test her organs. Does Vishnu have any imbalances in her hypothalamus, in her kidneys, in her lungs, in her ovaries, in her pancreas, in her thyroid, in her heart, in her descending colon, in her small intestine, in her gallbladder, in her bladder, in her adrenal glands? Okay, let's ask, is it both adrenal glands that are imbalanced? Yes. So both with you, sweetheart. I'm just going to circle that. So how about her thymus gland, her ileocecal valve, her liver, her uterus, her prostate? No, you don't have a prostate. We'll forget that. Her pineal gland, her transcending colon, her stomach, her spleen, her pituitary gland is off a little bit. It just means there's an imbalance, that's all. And her ascending colon. We found two. Should we do them?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so let me just get my sheet so I know exactly what I'm writing down here. And then if you want, after the show, I'll be happy to send you this transcript. Okay, honey bun?
Wow, that's amazing.
You can let me know. Yeah. Okay, so as we go, Vishnu. Okay, today's the 7th. So what I'm going to start with first then is the adrenal glands in her system. So where are we going? So I'm going to use the body code. So where are we going to find the underlying cause that's triggering her adrenal glands to both be imbalanced? We're looking to find what that is and release it. So using the body code chart, is it the left side? Yes. So is it energy? Is it circuits? Yes. So in the circuit system chart is where your subconscious is sending me right here. So I'm going there right now. So in the circuit system chart, it's a whole chart. Each one that we flip is a chart, and it has a left and a right side to it. So we're in the circuit system chart. Is the underlying cause we're looking for? Is it on the left side, right side? Is it organ? Is it gland? It's in the gland somewhere. So let's find that. Okay. So in the glands chart, is it in the left side? Yes, female gland. Okay, so in the female glands chart, is it the left side? Yes. Is it ovaries? Is it mammary gland? Mammary gland's off. So let's just see which one or both. So in her mammary glands, are they both off on both sides? No. Is it the left side? Yes. So there's a misalignment, left side mammary gland. Okay, so let's ask the question. Is the attractive motion associated with this? Yes, there is. That's what's causing the misalignment. So let's find what's the trapped emotion that's associated. So we're going to pull out the chart. This is the emotion code chart. And I'm going to ask your subconscious, what is the trapped emotion that's associated with the mammary gland being imbalanced? Is it in column A, column B? Odd row, even row, 2, 4. Okay, so that would be the liver and gallbladder. So it sent us to B4. So this is column B right here, and it sent us to 4 right here. So these are the two organs, liver and gallbladder. And then these are the 5 that your subconscious wants us to ask about, because one of these is causing this or stuck there. So let's ask. B4, trapped emotion. Is it depression? Is it frustration? Is it indecisiveness? Yes. And what that simply means is somewhere in your life, because most of this stuff starts in our childhood and stays there until we start having some work done with this. It just stays there and becomes thicker and denser and becomes duplicates. You can have layer upon layer upon layer of the same emotion. You can have it more than once in many layers. And it can start out as a little ball of energy. It can grow to the size of a cantaloupe, and it can stay stuck in one area of your body. No matter where that is, it can be in one area and keep growing and then spread out and be all over your body. So we're finding indecisiveness. Do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. I'm going to use my fingertips. Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Have we successfully released it? I'm getting a yes. Which organs were disrupted? Was it the liver, gallbladder? See, now there were 2 organs that your subconscious showed us, liver, gallbladder. We have to ask which of these 2 was disrupted by that trapped emotion. So let's ask, is there more trapped emotion associated with this? Yes, she's got more. Column B, column A. Now we're going to column A. Odd row, even row, 2, 4. We're going to 4. Same 2 organs. A, we're going to the A column. We're going to 4. We're going to ask about these 5. So let's ask. Is it anger? Is it bitterness? Is it guilt? Is guilt trapped in your field? And it just simply means whenever you went through that in life, whatever the experience was, you couldn't release it. It became stuck. So guilt, do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Successful? Yes. The organs that were disrupted, liver, gallbladder. And if someone doesn't have a gallbladder, and I don't know if you do or not, but don't tell me yet, it's going to affect, even though it's the gallbladder area, it's going to affect the area of tissue surrounding where the gallbladder used to be. Okay? So continuing, does she have more trapped emotion associated with this? Yes, she does. Column B, column A. Even, odd, 1, 3. We're in 3 now. That's lungs, colon. Those are the 2 organs. So A3, trapped emotion. Is it sorrow? Is it sadness? Yes, there's sadness trapped in your field. Do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. I'm going to use a magnet just to show people the difference. So here's a magnet. Lovingly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we successfully released it? Yes, we have. And the organs affected by it, lungs, colon. Continuing, does she have more trapped emotion here? Yes, she does. Column B, column A. Even, odd, 1, 3. Lungs, colon. Now, when I say even, odd, when I'm doing that, there's 6 rows of organs and glands. And when I'm asking, is it an even row? That's 2, 4, or 6. And if I'm asking if it's an uneven row, that's 1, 3, 5. Just so that you all can follow what I'm doing, even and odd. Okay, it just kind of breaks it down quicker. So A3 is where it's sending us again. Is it crying? Discouragement. There's been discouragement trapped in your field. Do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. Lovingly. 2, 3, 4. Successful? Yes. The organs affected, lungs, colon. Now, the reason we ask, do we need more information? Sometimes your subconscious feels you may need to know that information and want you to have it. So we'll dig deeper and find it. Generally, you don't need to, but the subconscious at times will give that. So do we have time to do more here? See if you have more trapped emotion?
We can go for a few more minutes. Yes.
Okay. So let's just ask, does she have more trapped emotion associated with the mammary gland? Yes. So where are we going? Column A, column B. Okay. Odd row, even row, 2, 4. Okay, so this is the liver and the gallbladder. B4 is where your subconscious is sending us. So is it is it taken for granted? Is it panic? Is it indecisiveness? Yes. Do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. Lovingly releasing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Successful? Yes. Organs affected? Liver, gallbladder. Continuing. She have more trapped emotion here? Yes. See how the body can be bumped out of whack and not work properly? We're not even going to feel anything. This is all done on a subconscious level. We're not even feeling like there may not be any pain anywhere, but your body is already struggling to work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've already released 5 just from that one area. That's the mammary gland that's bumped out. That's triggering the adrenal glands to not work. So you see how it's like a dominoes effect? This organ is going to affect this if it's out. This organ is going to affect this one if it's out. This is going to affect this organ if it's out. It's crazy. It's wonderful, crazy. Let's ask again. Does she have more trapped emotion associated here? Yes, she does. Column B, column A. Odd row, even row, 2, 4. Okay, so that's liver and gallbladder. Those are the 2 organs. So it's A4, trapped emotion we're looking for. Is it resentment, hatred, guilt? There's some guilt in your field. It's just stuck. That's all it's saying. Do we need more information? No. Can we release it? Yes. Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Released? Yes. Organs affected? Liver, gallbladder. She have more trapped emotion here? Yes. Remember, I told you at the earlier part of the show, the gentleman that I worked on with the ileocecal valve, he had a tendon that was misaligned because of trapped emotion. I found 54 trapped emotions in his before the ileocecal valve could have been rebalanced. So let's just see how far we go with this. Okay, honey?
Yes.
Okay. Continuing, does she have more trapped emotion here? Yes. Column A, column B. Even, let me take this off. I had a little injury with my hand the other day and I was keeping it covered with the Band-Aid. Okay, so continuing, column B, odd row, even row, 2, 4. Again, liver, gallbladder. B4 this time. Is it depression, frustration? And some frustration stuck in your field. Do we need more information? Can we release? Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Success, organs affected, liver, gallbladder. She have more trapped emotion here? Yes, she does. Column B, column A. Even, odd, 1, 3. Okay, so we're in there, and that's lungs, colon, A3, trapped emotion. Is it crying, discouragement? Yes. Do we need more information? Can we release it? Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Successful? Yes. Organs affected by it? Lungs, colon. She have more trapped emotion here? Yes. Column B, column A. Even, odd, 1, 3. A3 again. So as we continue, A3, is it sorrow, sadness? Do we need more information? Can we release it? Lovingly, 2, 3, 4. Successful? Yes. Organs affected by it? Lungs, colon. Does she have more trapped emotion associated with this? No. Yay! Have we successfully released it all? Yes, we have.
Wow.
Let's ask if there's anything further. We released 9 from your system, honey. Okay, so let's ask, is there any further, not emotions, is there anything further that we need to decode associated with the mammary gland imbalance? No, there's nothing further. Okay, so what we're going to do is set the intention then right now to reset the left side mammary gland. Say that 3 times fast. Mammary gland. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we successfully reset? Yes, we have. So we reset. Now let's just ask the question here. Of her adrenal glands, both of them were out of balance. have we successfully rebalanced both adrenal glands? Yes! Yahoo! Yes, we have. Rebalanced.
Wow. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't see you
Yeah, I
yet.
can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh dear. I can't see you yet too. Can we just turn off video and turn back on
Okay.
maybe?
Yeah, okay, let's try that. Turn off video.
Can you see me
Yep.
now?
And then turn it back on.
Yes.
There we go.
Can you see me?
I still can't see you. Can you see me?
Not yet.
Can you see me?
Uh, Not yet,
Ah,
dear. All right. I'm not sure why did that happen. Can you
oh
hear me?
boy.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I
So,
can. Can you hear?
yeah, looks like we did a lot of energy magic here that the internet cannot withstand.
I think we did, honey. I think we did.
Yeah, so that's a positive sign that things are happening.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Good.
All
How do you
right.
feel? I
So,
just I
first of
reset your
all,
mammary gland and your adrenals. How do you feel?
it feels amazing. And for me, I have this, I sense a bit of energy since I had been working with so much energy with different modalities. So I could actually feel something happening inside as you were doing those sessions and
Good,
session.
good.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
also noticing the repeated emotions that were coming up. For example, the indecisiveness, sadness, the guilt. I think those three had been repeating. And especially the indecisiveness is something I think that had been blocking me a lot these days because I
yep,
see myself going back into that mode of this or that, this or that, this or that, and not being able to
yeah,
kind
back
of
and forth.
decide. So it looks like
Yes.
that was one of the major emotions that I was working with as well. So thank
And
you.
that's just
Wow.
one area of your body. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was just one area of your body. I'm sure there's going to be others. That's why I do the body evaluation on people. It's for that reason, honey.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
thank you
That
for allowing me to do this on you.
live on show for others. So that's so exciting. So thank you so
Yeah,
much. Now let's discuss a little bit
of
quickly
course.
about, let us know all the services that you are offering. And my dear viewers, the link to Cheryl is right below this video. You can just click on the link and you can go ahead and book a session with her. And the good news is she's providing these kind of free sessions on her. Is that a Facebook group, or how do you provide these free sessions?
Nope. Just on my Facebook personal page,
Oh,
and they just tune in at 3:30 on Sunday afternoon Eastern Standard Time. Bang, they're in.
wow,
Yep,
that
that's
is
it. Just
amazing.
tune in. And then I will offer them something free, like I just did for you,
Mm,
so they can
wow.
feel it. Because you will feel a shift in your body on the spot, like you just did.
Yep, I can see it.
It's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
So the other modalities, the
Yeah.
other modalities that I have used in the past were Reiki, or the Melchizedek method, which is sacred geometries, which I use also biofield tuning, which is tuning forks. And I've used the quartz crystal singing bowls for meditation. And I've done clearing work. And again, I have kind of put a lot of that on the back burner because this encompasses everything. So I don't really, I mean, I still keep all that stuff on my website. And at some point, those will probably come down and just let you know what I've done in the past for history. But this is taking me by storm. I've just helped way more people using this modality than any other I've ever used. In 25 years, I've been doing holistic work.
Wow. Wow. Emotion code and the body code. It just works like
Yeah.
magic.
Yep.
So thank you so much, my
Body
dear.
code.
Yeah, we are hitting the time there. So, my
Mhm.
dear viewers, I hope you loved the show as much as
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And go ahead and just click I hope we are back. All right. The internet is just not being able to hold on
I'll
to.
wait for you if you can hear me.
Yes. So I'm gonna see you
I'll wait
all
for you.
next time. I hope you can. I hope you're seeing me. All right. Anyways, so thank you so much. You can click on the link below and go ahead and book sessions with her. Addition to it, we also have a 10% off discount coupon code for you. It's 0 point. When you contact Cheryl, just let her know about the 0 point that you found her from 0 point, and she would be happy to
Yeah.
give you that 10% off discount as well.
Yep.
All right. So thank you so much, Cheryl. And thank you, my dear viewers. I'm going to see you on my next show. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe.
So
This
crazy.
goes out and comes in, goes out and comes in. I'm like, this is the first time it's happening. I'm like, wait, what's happening? Anyways,
Something's happening.
yeah, something
Thank
is
you.
happening. Anyways, thank you, my dear Cheryl. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear viewers. I'm
You're
going to
very
see you
welcome.
very soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye, honey. You take care.
Mhm.